Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's new daily is just to cast 30 green or white spells, so we're going to look at a Selesnya LifeGain deck. Now there's several new cards in here, but this deck is kind of an old concept. We've used different versions of this in the past, and it works relatively well. So let's go through it real quick. This does come from Power Dragon. I made a few adjustments just because of cards I had or didn't have. So the exact number of certain cards aren't the same. But anyway, Llanowar Elf, good 1-drop mana, generator. Brightblade Stoat is just a really good card to me. It's also one of our first life linkers, so there's a bit of life gain there. Get Lost, Shelter by Ghost, and Heritage Reclamation, all for removal, just different kinds. Intrepid Paleontologist to both add mana and to kind of deal with reanimation decks if we run into them. And if not, then it's just also a good mana generator, so why not? Seraphic Steed, again, another just first strike lifelink. Good card all around. And if we ever do saddle it, which typically I feel like we're going to be saddling with Trostani more often than not, you get to make a 3/3 angel, just because why not? But if you don't feel like saddling, it's also just a decent card. Resplendent Angel, creates angels whenever you've gained 5 or more life in a turn. Absolutely fantastic, especially because they have vigilance. Trostani, 3 Whispers, 3 different mana abilities. For 1 and 1 green, target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. For 1 green or 1 white, target creature gains Vigilance until end of turn. And for 2 and 1 white, target creature gains Double Strike until end of turn. None of these require you to tap Trostani, which is why, to me, Trostani is the best option to saddle Seraphic Steed with. Exemplar of Light, enough said. Ouroboroid, just something to add in here to give everything counters, to make, if you can get an Ouroboroid on here for a turn or two, things get wild. And then Wilt-Leaf Liege, gives green and white creatures +1/+1s, and to my understanding, if a creature is green and white, it'll get 2 counters, 1 for green, 1 for white. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I don't think I've actually seen this, or if I've seen it, I don't remember. Elspeth for counter, for doubling up the counters we can make and giving things flying so we can just sweep at the end of something. And then Exalted Sunborn, again, for doubling up those counters those tokens we can create. Again, we don't have a whole lot of options to create tokens, really just Seraphic Steed and Resplendent Angel. But, if you're making 2 instead of 1, that's always good. And I don't know if these multiply off each other. This one said, if you create 1, this creates 2, and then this one triggers, you're creating 2, so do you create 4? I don't know, but I'm kind of interested to see if that's how that works. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into, a couple matches. The deck is fairly standard. What you'd expect from an aggro LifeGain deck, so hopefully it goes well. Okay. Sure. Okay, just so you know, we're kind of good on mana at the moment. I don't need any more for now. Take the Get Lost. I mean, you kind of have to. Unless you want me to force my turn. Yeah. So if you want me to force my turn, that is an option. They have another one? They do. Wow. Oh, jeez. I don't need... Come on, game. I don't need this. 3 of my 4 elves within 3 turns? Come on. Here comes... Oh, wait, no. They don't want to... You don't want to ninjutsu out Deep Cavern Bat. That'd be really bad. Oh, that's right. Exalted Sunborn also has flying and lifelink. I forget that. And here comes the counter. Yep. Which really is unfortunate. Because that would have been a great card to have on the field. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it means I don't get that lifelink, but that's not that big of a deal. And depending on what they do, I can use Elspeth's ability to just kill that on the next turn. Do they not have anything? Then again, I could just double block with my tokens here, also. Choosing not to do anything. That's fair. Oh, mana value 3 or greater. Excuse me. That's my bad. Keeping one up to act as a blocker. Alright, I'll take it. Wasn't really expecting them to concede there, but I will absolutely take that. Nice. Alright, let's jump into another one. Slayer of Hope. That's a bit of an edgy name. Yeah, we'll decide what to do. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Really? Let's go with you first. Okay, so they didn't have anything they could play just yet. Lumbering Warwhack. Okay. That is just an artifact, so I can't target it with Get Lost until... I can't target it until they... until they use it. Really? Huh. Why would you do that? You're about to lose that card. You warped it out. Okay. Whatever. Alright, I need to do something where I still have 2 mana up. So we're gonna do this. Roxanne. To any target. Yep, that's fine. We're actually going to go here. So I can potentially use its -3, destroy target creature and opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater. What's your thing? Yeah, pay 7 life. That's not that bad. Going through and you can joy. That's probably pretty much it. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, no, it's not necessarily the end of it. It does make 4. Okay. Good to know. I hate dealing with... I really do hate dealing with Yugen. Just because he can be a real pain to try to... I don't always like dealing with chatty people. How does that work? To each creature, alright. To be completely honest, I'm pretty much done with this match. We're going to play one thing and then just concede, because there's not a whole lot I can do after that. Didn't realize, I mean, this is an expensive card, you know, at 8, but, yeah, jeez. But they're right, there's a hole in your plan. Seriously? Come on, man. Come on, don't be edgy like that. But it is what it is. Alright, I do think we're going to wrap up matches for now with completing the 25 lands and attack with 30 creatures. We definitely leveled up, as you saw. I know we have a pact open, but did we get anything else with that? No, just the orb, I think. I don't remember what this was. Did that? Let me check something. No, okay. I guess maybe those popped up. Yeah, I think I did that in between episodes. Anyway, we do have a couple packs to open, so let's get to those. Alright, nothing new here. We got a Celestial Colonnade, alternate art card, it looks like, and an Elegy Acolyte. Okay. And last one. Yeah, wow, another double hit. That's awesome. This time for Contested Warzone, which is a land, and Biotech Specialist, my first copy of this. Create a lander token whenever you sacrifice an artifact. This creature deals 2 damage to target opponent. So, potential Gruul artifact sacrifice? I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. I'll have to see if Biotech shows up anywhere. But hey, I'll take it. It's new. And with that, it is time to wrap things up. So, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.